Welcome to another episode of Reef Keeping. What's up, guys? It's been a long time since we last seen each other. As a matter of fact, it's been 2 weeks. Anyways, I hope you guys have had a great 2 weeks. I miss you guys and your smiling faces. And I see some of you guys, I see some of you guys added some new stuff to the tank. So congratulations, your stuff is looking great. Today, let's have an overview of the tank and how it's doing. As you can see, I am a bit darker because I went to Costa Rica, just got back home, and everything for the most part in the tank did great. Especially the coloring of the corals. Remember when I got some SPS colonies and I told you in the last few episodes, if you didn't watch it, go back and watch it, that the reason why I bought them in that condition is that I could bring back the colors and show you that it is possible to bring back some browning or some discolored of SPS and other corals. As a matter of fact, take a look at this one. This one was more brown. Now you can see it's starting to get that lightish green, bluish kind of tip to it, and it could continue to grow and have more corals, more colors. Unfortunately, like I said, I've had good and bad things happen when I was in Costa Rica. As a matter of fact, the colony down here that was here before did not make it. And the weird thing is that everything else in the tank did great, except for that colony. As a matter of fact, let's look at this. This one that's all brown right now still, you can start to see that the purple is coming up. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but that tip and that tip, the purple is coming up. Things are improving. Sometimes you get weird things like a coral might die off and you have no idea what caused it to die off. Well, that's one of those situations that happen down here. The next thing is check this out. Remember this? That was what is it? Stung by the hammerhead over there? Well, now it's starting to come back out. This is the gold torch. Like I said, miracles can happen in the tank, and then things can just die off, and it's a mystery. But that's one of the things that happen in the saltwater hobby, is that it's unpredictable. And another cool announcement is that we had a swap recently in Minnesota, and I won a lightning clownfish. So I'm really excited. Check out that lightning clown. He's pretty cool. I don't have any plans to keep it. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna sell it because here's the situation. As I won this clownfish, I had no idea that I was gonna win it or not. I threw my name in the hat along with the raffle, and it happened to be picked. But before that, I bought 2 of these platinum, Wyoming whites is what the seller told me. It's Wyoming whites, and it's pretty cool. This one's got a little black dot to it. It's got some characteristics. As you can see, these guys are babies. I mean, they're tiny, tiny, tiny. So I'm feeding them very small food, and they're being healthy, they're being active, and I'm trying to sell this guy because there's no point for me to keep a $300 fish. I know some people are into that stuff. For me, it's it's a $300 fish, and if I could sell for $300, I mean, it's like $350. I think Petco told me it was like $350. If I could sell for $300 and get rid of it and use that money towards different things, then why not? So there he is. He's just, or she, I'm not sure, is just chilling there. Beautiful fish, by the way. It's just, to me, it's unrealistic. It doesn't make any sense to have a $300 fish in my tank, and some of you guys who are new to the hobby, will realize that designer clowns tend to be very expensive, and these are the designer clowns. A few things. This is pretty cool. This is starting to have a pink tip to it now, so that's coloring up. This right here is coloring up. You can see it's more purple. It's wonderful because I go on a vacation for 10 days, and I come back home, and all of a sudden I see all these colors that I didn't see before. And that's the nice thing, is that when you go on vacations or when you go and do something else and you come back, you don't pay much attention to your tank before, and then when you come back, it's like, wow, the colors are coming back, everything's coming back to life. Because if you look at the tank every day, you don't really notice these things, but when you step away from it and you come back and let things work automatically, the calcium, the alkalinity, the water, the everything, I didn't do a water change for 2 weeks, those things work itself out. Anyways, on this video, I'm gonna do something that I should have done a while ago, alright? I should have done this a while ago. And I'm not talking about a water change because it has been pretty bad. As you can see, It's been about 2.5 weeks since I've done a water change. But that's not the reason that I'm doing this video. The reason I'm doing this video is that something I should have done a while ago. As you can see, before I left on my vacation, I added a fan as a backup. And now I'm adding a secondary jebbo as a backup. Now before and currently, I'm running this jebbo. It's the RW15, you know, and that's my primary over here. It's the master. I'm gonna add a slave pump, which will wirelessly work with that pump to create more flow. As you can see here, I try to tend to let my flow be very low because I don't like water splashing everywhere. But if you look under here, you see all that bubble? That's caused by a lack of flow. And if you look over here, algae growing, that's caused by lack of flow. A lot of us in the hobby tend to focus a lot on, you know, the lighting, the skimmer, the size of the tank, the corals, but we lack interest or discussions about flow. And flow is very, very important to make sure that every mixture in your, you know, water gets cycled through and things like that. So that's why I'm adding another pump. As a matter of fact, here it is. It's very heavy. This is the PP15. I don't know what's the difference between a RW15 and a PP15, but I did check with the seller that it's gonna work for my, you know, for the setup that I have right now to wirelessly work with each other to create a better flow. Anyways, let's dig into this. It's ideal for, apparently this is ideal for a nano reef. 1200 to 1500, you know, I think it's gallons or is it liters per hour. Anyways, that's not a nano tank. That's a pretty decent sized tank. But you know, that's what they advertise. So as you can look here, there's a PP15, PP20, TW, and there's other pumps. You know, check it out. I've always ran Jebel. I'm not endorsed by them. I don't, you know, I'm pretty much doing this because I enjoy Jebels. I've had good experience with them. You know, if you like MPs, stick with MPs. If you like your razors or mass spec, or what do they call them? The one that with the tube that goes like that. You know, that long tube. Anyways, I had one of those. I hated it. It always broke. So I was like, I'm getting rid of it, going back to the Jebel. And here I am, adding another one. Here's the controller. Really good controller, by the way. It's the same controller. Check this out. As the RW15. So, you know, I don't think there's much differences other than the branding of the model. Of course, you have your AC adapter in here. And then your physical pump. Now, from what I can see, they did improve on the magnet piece right here. So that's the cool change about this PP series. You can tell the magnet part has been upgraded. This is nice. The rubber piece is sturdier from what it seems like. I don't know how it's gonna handle in the tank. I've never had one of these, so it's gonna be a cool setup once I install it in. Let's see what else we can find about this PP15. Let's see, 8 different flow rates. It's super silent. It's got a new rubber base with 100% smaller sound than Vortec. Wireless control, you know, master and slave. Like I said, that's gonna be the master. This is gonna be slave. It's gonna work together. One touch feed mode for 10 minutes. High performance, powerful water flow combined, and low energy consumption. Perfectly for what I need. Affordable, and that's the most important thing, is it's affordable. If you look into the pumps, MPs are $200-300 bucks, Jebels $70-80 for the same amount of flow and even stronger. You know, and a lot of people have noticed that they are quieter, so that's why I've been sticking with Jebels ever since I switched to, I think the very first one was like a WP40 or something. And you know, it was great. It worked to like the very last day I sold my tank. But anyways, I'm gonna set this up. I'll do a full review once everything is up and going. I'll even show you the video. It's good to be back, man. I miss you guys, and it's good to see that the corals are really responding well. Unfortunately, we did lose a colony, but you know, it's one of those things where it was really weird because I came home and I know algae was growing in the glass because I was watching the video the whole time I was in Costa Rica. Every day I would pop on the video and check, you know, make sure things are okay. Oh, that was a piece of hair that just my dog's hair, so I had to shake it off. Anyways, you know, I was checking home every day to make sure the tank was doing great, and everything seemed fine except for this colony down here. So I couldn't understand, and I'm guessing it might be flow. I don't know, but this coral right here was doing good, and it's improving, and it just, well, maybe it gets a little bit more flow, because if you see the pump is right here, and maybe there's not enough flow down here, but this was here and this was here, and they're doing great. So, you know, it's one of those mysteries that will never be solved, because in the hobby we never know, you know, when things go, you know, when corals die, some corals improve. It's just really weird. But anyways, I'm really stoked about having these two clownfish, really beautiful platinums and Wyoming whites, and this is pretty neat, having a lightning maroon clownfish. But who knows how long it's gonna be here. If someone buys it, I'm gonna sell it. If not, maybe I'll just sell one of these Wyoming whites, pair it up with something else. I don't know. I have no idea. Right now I have, you know, too much on my hands to even figure that out. One step at a time. As always, thank you for watching. Remember to share, like, subscribe, and remember to keep reefing, guys. Take care.